I wanted to talk about what Donald Trump is connected to and why they're trying to penetrate into IRAN. I said it once before, but it will come up more because Donald Trump and the United States, I would dare say it's the wAt that is very powerful, but not any more so than the other ETs. See, what the problem is hijacking there. They are spiritually possessed, I guess, to say it blatantly, because we live in a multi-dimensional reality. We live in a very thin spectrum of viewing as far as what the humanoid aperture, our spacesuits, if you look at it from that angle kind of a thing. So what Donald Trump is trying to do, which is always something that the non-human race, I guess you would say that's the race going on, which is they have an inkling of the right information that they're not allowed to have because they're not spiritually advanced enough. So what's in IRAN that they're trying to get is the secret, and even the machinery, the secrets. There's certain keys they don't have about teleportation. And that is the real live so-called space travel. Pardon me while I go get my cat. Yeah, this is just a short video. Hopefully you guys are thinking on your own a little tiny bit, but I know that's a hard thing to insert in and think, well, that's why, well, that is really why that, see, IsREAl is actually what controls the main control systems now, which is the mind control system that has everybody living the way that they do inside of, basically raised inside of a cage and then cooped up in cages. And I mean, it's like a cage inside of a cage inside of a cage inside of a cage, and so hardly anybody's making it out, as far as like somebody that can even talk to you from another point of view or something. That, but you see, that's what this communications device, and all communications, pardon me, it didn't work last time, look at my cat though. That's why communications is here, is to kind of stay on a level. And anyway, so, and its age is old. It is thousands of years old, how to actually space travel. And it has to do with going through portals and stuff that are located around the Earth, like wormholes, I guess. This is real life sci-fi, but that's really it. And that's why that globally, the sensation more and more with Trump is going to be the UFO subject matter, because it's hard to explain, because, well, it's just hard to explain. But if you can understand that we're all connected, and even if it's a information field, like let's talk about when the Clintons were in office, their main thing, for whatever reason, they're affiliated with the trade of drugs, and mainly cocaine. For whatever reason, they were responsible for barges coming in, and so everybody in, probably in the world, but especially the United States, turned into cocaine addicts. And so with the Obama administration, there was the fact that Michelle was actually a Michael, getting a transition, right? It was about, and then see, it was about being gay, and then also doing the major transitioning thing, and that's what the Obama administration brought on, and they didn't even really have to talk about it much, but it was kind of spoken of. Yeah, no, that's, I mean, it was a big thing, that no, because it was in front of your face, and that's kind of how, if you can imagine with me, that the these underground, see, there's knowledge hidden from us about our connection and how things really work scientifically. And so one of them is, if you can imagine, that we're all connected. And so we can pick up things. It's like, it's better to explain it as fractals. See, there's a large collective that is shimmering, but they're all connected, and a little tiny bit, okay, so it's like what they do with water, I guess. You can insert a certain vibrational frequency and it's a design, and then you can freeze it and then take a tiny bit of that water and it will show that same exact frequency and design as the big one. See, that's what money is doing for us, because it has us moving under belief, right? Like, you know, that perhaps, like, how about this, that we even need it to maintain our creative lives, which is just, it's not true. See, I think that money would be a fair play kind of machine that was be inserted intergalactically into this problem that's on the plane here, which is, there is a problem with enslavement, the organism becoming enslaved to something that is not locative of 3D spectrum, which includes the entire universe. You know, it's fourth dimensional, they call it. That's where the parasitical entities are, that they're just outside of this realm. David Icke talks about it, and we have them latched onto us also through gaps, like, say, places in us that aren't sealed. Like, we're not, first of all, we're fragmented in awareness about a lot of things. See, the more fragmented and the more skewed your awareness is, like, say, with the non-self-reflecting narcissist, see, they're non-self-reflecting. There's an entity in them. In fact, spiritual possession is the name for some of them. Yeah. And they act diabolically, and it's like some people are in hell if they find themselves having to live in bondage with them, and we might have all kind of experienced it at one point or another, right? Yeah, it is hell. If you just so much have to get up in the morning and work with one or two for 8 hours a day, which a lot of us have to, right? It helps to be living oblivious and not really know that that person standing there isn't really a humane being, isn't human. Holographically, they look like it, but because of the non-physical vibrational frequency that we really are, and that something is there jiggering it, and that is whatever is controlling the money. See, it's really hard to explain this fucking presence that is just away from the spectrum of light that we can see, that there are entities that they are just parasitical. It's just the same as, it's the same as your immature kind of low life narcissist. You know, people that you just want to go, you just don't want to give them the time of day, right? They're on a different spectrum. I hate to talk about like that, but in fact, we are living here with that. And it's very illusory. You know, you want to try to give people the time of day, and you allow space to feel it, right? But once you start to feel that it's like, well, this person isn't feeling much. I mean, well, maybe they feel really bad. Maybe they're in a lot of pain and you want to get away from them because you can feel that, and no matter what, you're still connected to all of it, babes. Most of the shit out there for thousands of years now, and that's what the whole purpose is technologically, why they would announce. I mean, of course, you're supposed to announce what is going on with the Epstein files. In fact, they are connected with this time era, with the fact that they want to get the intergalactically, the law is they must expose things. When I say intergalactically, I'm really talking about kind of interdimensionally. But no, there's wormholes and stuff. There's machinery that iRAN holds the key to this. It's like a little bunch of keys that they're looking for, and every place in the world, every major landmass, and particularly culture. Pardon me while I'm looking around to see what the noise is. Oh, and my cats are doing things. Um, they hold a concentrated intellectual property that is basically not of this world, because it's, of course, when we talk about world, we're talking about, really, it's not of the AM, PM, mini mart, Taco Bell, fucking on every corner sensation. No, it's not of that at all. We're talking about real life, extraterrestrials, but the global population is calling it aliens, and then they're saying UFOs and unidentified stuff. Okay, but that's what I'm here to tell you. And it's like, well, how do you know, Shauna? Well, some people are doing essential work only, which means it's I don't know. We're just built to we actually filter out a lot of information, but we're picking up a certain thing that it's really vital for our civilization. If you want a civilization, it's best to, if you want to evolve and bring up all of the entire organism to a certain level of evolution, you must not practice censorship, for one. But the reason why we find ourselves in the dark about everything is because of the hijacking going on, of the diabolical, of the, okay, you want to talk about, okay, they call it Satan, but it's very illusory, because that's actually talking about the condition of it, which is the mind. The mind left unseen, and then that's where it kind of, they basically really could be found in the guts. That's why they say too fast. To make sure that you know every morning what precisely is coming out. Like, you're just like, okay, there's the French fry, for example, and then there goes the broccoli. You're pumping it out your ass. Really, being that conscious, you get the idea that just looking at the people of the United States who are mainly very obese, okay, they're fat, it's like, well, do they have a lot clogged in? And it's probably true, and they don't know when they ate whatever it is that's coming out of their ass that morning or that evening, or how many times they fucking crap, sorry. It's supposed to be 3 times a day, by the way. You eat, and then it comes out, but people are not in any kind of regular state, and they're not doing the natural order of things, and it's like, forget about knowing what it's really like to be in any level of in any dimension here. First, mind. Second, body. Third, sky. And then there's other dimensions too, but this is pretty simple here. That's what's really cool about it. It's so simple that, it's so simple that you can easily create a huge it's pretty cool the way that you can create here. And God, this era that we're in here, full of details and stuff, it's a little bit too much. But let's get back to really, because, right, I mean, why do we tie our shoes when they have space aged like Velcro that you can just strap on a really good boot that I can walk in this terrain. It's like I could walk right out of, right? People are wearing slippers and tire shoes. It doesn't even sound safe, right? Anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. You'll see it more. Of course, they're going to talk about interstellar space travel is what they're touching when they are chasing after that part of the country. What it is the global pop. See, all entities, all ETs, white, brown, black, red, yellow, blue, and all in between. There's a concentration, and we hold the intellectual property of. And if you can imagine, okay, so the Iranians, they are very, very affiliated with a lot of the technologies that are very, very advanced. Yeah, it includes free energies and stuff, and how simply it is to derive electricity out of like potatoes, and even your cat can be hooked up, believe it or not. Oh, she kept up at me. Me dad. Oh, she's so wonderful. I love her so much. And watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Here comes the laser beam. There, got rid, just detailed. Got rid of the detail. Say hi to everybody. Well, she may have given me her toy, and she wants me to play. But I thought it was more important to tell people that no, this is not good news either, because nobody of the backdrop scene that you can see of the political parties that are using the tin can, all of the machinery, all of the military equipment they're just doing it to do it. And a lot of the deaths that are happening from what they're doing with Gaza and all of it nowadays is just accidents. Like, oh, three idiots were killed trying to load a bomb and it blew up, and stuff like that. It's not really that they're trying to kill people. They're just like, you better get out because we're going to decimate this place because we don't have anything better to do as far as that. And then, but no, it's kind of smokescreen. It's smoke screening because, in fact, there's other weapons that are being used. Ah, come on. My cat is being so cute right now. I'm so happy because she's so just awesome. You know what I mean? I can't even explain to you about this cat, but you should dial in on your animals around you right now. They are most likely, well, we're getting more and more advanced somehow, some way at the same time. See, um, as far as this interstellar space travel, see, the ultimate thing that's going on is the way that we do it uh, through ascension, like through moving more and more into our energetic bodies. But see, that's the thing is there's representatives of planets, and so the physical body, which is determined very, very illusory because it's made of atoms, which are 99.99% space or just light. That's what everybody's saying scientifically. It's really interesting to try to understand what the nature of reality really is. You know, like Carl Sagan said, space is not empty, right? It's full of energy. The space right here, beyond the nose, what you're looking at, pardon my hair, it's just I have to take a shower here, it's in the morning. Anyway, he says space is filled with tiny wormholes, and what he means is black holes. He says we could we could end up someone else in time. When you start thinking about it, kind of something like that, that's what Neptune will start exposing, which we did have a reset with Neptune that is, I don't care what anybody says, but the particular reset at 0 degrees Aries is not traced back as happening, but over 4,000 BC years ago. So So it's time to kind of dream a little bit, let something in, let new information in. People are so fucking programmed with something. It's kind of fucking strange to dial in on it, man. But I have, and it's like, oh my god. So, but maybe there's a way to see through it and then start jiggering some wires and. But it's a big good luck because there is this ever repeating scene that you wonder, well, how do we get it to where it's going down the right and it hits a vein and now it's one and now it's like it's a kind of a blowback to enlighten the non-human faction, the backdrop that is in fact it's just spinning. It's spinning and spinning. And now it's only minute 20. I'm gonna say, you women, can you just hold back a little bit? The spinning fucking carnival, the karmic wheel is out there that is just a turn. Basically, see, back to the Epstein files, that it's not Epstein, but what we're talking about is an ages old occupation. When we say occupation based, we're saying spiritual possession through who knows what, who cares? Because it is so easy to not have it happen. Very easy. That's what the benefit of being a humane being is. That's the accomplishment of becoming. In fact, that's the curriculum here, is to reach to get that. See, and that's mainly, see, for men. For men, that's the way it is. But see, women have a profound responsibility and duty here to make sure. No, they are the ones who are converting men, the narcissist, who approaches them. I want something, and mainly a lot of them, right, are thinking, well, I'm entitled. See, they want to find out, how do I have the children? And a non-human entity, what the fuck is happening here?